Hi, everybody. I'm Charlie. Welcome back to On Air, my Beatles collection. Today is the big announcement about Anthology, compilation Anthology 4 in particular. This is going to be a four, uh, four-part collection, Anthology 1, 2, 3, and 4. On CD, it'll be two CDs for each of those anthologies. And for the LPs, it'll be three LPs in each. So 12 LPs in total if you get the whole compilation, and eight CDs in total if you get it on CD. So that's the first thing. Anthology 4 is the only disc that has new material. So none of the stuff on 1 through 3 is new. It is remastered, so it'll have perhaps a slightly different sound, be cleaned up a bit. And I've heard that there's some Peter Jackson Mal involved in some of those as well. The official notes from Apple do not say that it's remixed. They say it's remastered. So I'm not sure where we're going with that, but what I've heard through other sources is that they did apply the Mal technology, particularly to the older stuff, like the Quarrymen stuff, and I've actually heard some samples of that. So 1 through 3 are essentially the same 1 through 3 that you may already have, except that they're remastered and probably remixed to some degree. Anthology 4, there is no new material on there that you haven't heard, at least some other alternate take. There's no songs that are obscure songs that nobody's ever heard before. They're all just different takes of songs that we have already heard. There's 13 of those, 13 new versions of older songs, and then there's a whole bunch more that actually are culled from some of the Super Deluxe box sets that have already happened. So it's not just 13 tracks on 3 LPs. It's 13 new tracks that are new takes, alternate takes, not new songs. And then the rest pretty much were culled from the Super Deluxe box sets that have already come out. I'm going to tell you about the pricing because I know it's on everybody's mind. What is this thing going to cost? So I will tell you that the CD set on Amazon has a list price of $109.80, $109.80. So that's fairly steep. The album, the LP version, is $374.98. That's the initial price being on Amazon. Now I have to tell you, I saw some earlier Amazon leaks from other countries, and I did the currency conversion calculation to see what it would be in dollars. And I was personally estimating that we're looking at about $325 for this, the 4 anthologies set. This one. I posted that picture the other day, and that is the actual picture that Amazon is using, and there's their price, $374.98. So that was a bit of a surprise that it came in that high. What they're using for their site for the CDs, again, is the picture that I posted the other day, that one. This one, for some reason, shows booklets and things that the LP set doesn't show. And there's their price, $109.80. So that's the news of the day in terms of that. I won't go through the entire track listing. A lot of people have already posted the track listing. I will say that on the LP version, the last LP in Anthology 4, in the last side, so side 6 of Anthology 4 LPs is 3 songs. It's Freeze a Bird 2025 mix, Real Love 2025 mix, and Now and Then, the only mix of Now and Then, the one that we all heard and bought a couple of years ago. So that's the last side of Anthology 4. I will say that Free as a Bird 1995 mix does lead off the Anthology 1, like it did years ago. And Real Love, the 1995 mix, does lead off the Anthology 2 set. Again, same version as it was, 30 years ago. So you get both. You get the original 1995 and you get the 2025 on Anthology 4. What we don't know yet, and we should know in a few minutes, is can you buy the Anthology 4 by itself if you already have the other three, which a lot of us do, or what's going to happen with that. So there'll be more news throughout the day. And also there's news about the Disney Plus version of this. It's going to be November 26th. It's going to start streaming. They'll have 3 episodes that first day, and then there'll be more over that. That'll be Thanksgiving weekend here in the U.S. So there'll be 9 episodes in total. One of it is Peter Jackson cleaned up version, so it should have a more modern look than something 30 years old, and there'll be 9 episodes. The 9th episode will be a new episode, and it will focus on Paul, George, and Ringo actually doing the recording sessions that resulted in Free as a Bird, Real Love, and Now and Then. So that'll be an episode unto itself, and that'll be a new episode. And then the other 8 will be from the original broadcast on ABC, 30 years ago. Now, keep in mind, Disney Plus owns ABC now. I don't know if they'll keep the ABC logo. Probably not. But it will be on Disney Plus starting on November 26th. So that's it for now. I'm going to watch the actual release information, and I'll get back to you later if there's anything new that I missed. But I think we've got it for right now. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.